These are the steps here. The first step is to develop a decision matrix which consists of m alternatives and n attributes, and then to normalize the matrix dm by n. We see this is Topsys sheet, Excel sheet. So this is given decision matrix. We are given with all these performance values of all the attributes. Cell phone 1 having its price 14,000, weight 180 grams, then storage space 64 GB and so on. So these are the attribute values for cell phone 1. Similarly, these are the attribute values for cell phone 2 and so on. This is the given decision matrix. So we see all these are the given performance values. The second step is normalize the decision matrix. Now how it is to be normalized, we can see here Dij. Dij are the values of the or cell values divided by summation of xij. We can see xij square. So summation of all the values for a particular attribute, of course squares of all these values, and then we have to take a square root of that. So in Excel we see here, first of all what I have done, if you observe this cell, first of all I have taken the sum of all these values raised to 2. That means 14,000 square plus 12,500 square plus 15,500 square plus 13,000 square and so on. So all these cell values, that means for a only particular attribute, you see it is for the price attribute, all these values are raised to power 2. Okay, and then their sum is taken. So this cell indicates the sum of all these values raised to 2. Then in the next cell what I have taken? I have taken square root. So here square root of this value is taken. So this is the square root of that. And here it is simply just, you can see it is rounded up. So this is rounding formula applied here. So rounding of these values are done. So in the second cell it is 180 square plus 170 square plus 130 square plus 150 square and so on. So this is the sum of all those squared values, and this is square root of that. We see how normalization is done. We have to now divide this value by this square root value. So here we see it is cell number E7 divided by cell number E15 will give you first cell value, normalized cell value for the first alternative. So this is the way we get normalized value for first cell. You can see for second cell we have to just go below. So 12,500 divided by 37,825.26. That means this is the second value. Then this is third value. Like this, we have to simply go on copying the formula. Even you can do it in simple way by just locking this cell, because here E15 cell is common for all the cell values. So we can simply make a dollar symbol, $E, $15, and by using that I can lock the cell and I can get all the normalized values. For second attribute also same formula is applied. Now in this case, while going for normalization, we need not have to consider which is beneficial and which is non-beneficial. But here we have to simply go on dividing each cell by this square root value. So even we can go for any beneficial attribute, let us say camera. So for camera, if you see this 0.44 value, you can see it is 12 divided by 27.46. So this is the way we first of all normalize all the values. Go for the weighted normalization. We have to multiply every value, that is normalized values. Rij means this is the formula, but here R11 means first normalized value, R12 is second normalized value. So we have to multiply these normalized values by their respective weights. So here is the weighted normalized. This particular matrix is weighted normalized matrix. So we see here we have to simply multiply these normalized values by their corresponding weight. So if I multiply 0.37 by 0.3, 0.46 by 0.1, I am going to get all these values of the first row. So you can see how it is obtained. E16, that means this cell multiplied by 0.3. Then the second cell is E17. This is, we have to just go one cell below, 0.33 into 0.3. Similarly, if you see this cell, it is 0.34 into 0.3. So here we are multiplying all these normalized values by their respective weights to get the weighted normalization. That's why it is called as weighted normalization. To determine best or positive ideal solution and the worst or negative ideal solution. So what we do here, if you observe this weighted normalized matrix column of the price, you see the minimum value is 0.10. So which is the best solution or which is the best value among this? Of course 0.1. We want price to be minimum. That's why the minimum value is this one. So that is called as positive ideal solution for price. I hope you understood. Positive or ideal solution for the price is the least of all these weighted normalized values. So you can see you have to apply simply formula minimum of all these cells is nothing but 0.10. Now same way we have to go for weight, attribute weight. For weight also we want minimum value. So positive ideal solution for weight will be minimum of, now here you have to go to the second column, because for weight attribute we see, for weight attribute these are the normalized values for weight. So we have to now take minimum of all these. Of course minimum you see is 0.03. Now as far as these beneficial attributes are concerned, remaining are all beneficial attributes. So definitely for storage space, RAM, camera and battery, the positive ideal solution is the one which is maximum among the respective columns. What I mean to say, let us say for storage space. So for storage space, these are the weighted normalized values. So if you see, the maximum value among all these is 0.07. And how you can arrive at that value? Here we have to apply formula maximum of all these. So maximum of all these we get the positive ideal solution for storage space, and so on. Negative ideal solution is the one, or it is the worst solution. Worst solution means for minimization problem it is the maximum value, and for maximization problem it is minimum value. Like if I say price, in case of price what can be the worst? Maximum price can be the worst, right? So in this case, in this particular column, what is maximum value? 0.15 is the maximum value. So definitely this is worst as far as all these alternatives are concerned. That's why for price we see negative ideal solution is the maximum of all these weighted normalized values. So here we see maximum of all these weighted normalized values is the negative ideal solution for attribute price. Same way for weight, and the way to denote it is VP minus. VP minus means negative ideal solution for attribute price. VW minus negative ideal solution for attribute weight, and so on. So VB minus last is negative ideal solution for battery. So this is the way we obtain negative ideal solutions for non-beneficial attribute, and for all the beneficial attributes, definitely worst solution for beneficial attribute is the least value. So in remaining 4 cases, that is storage space, RAM, camera and battery, we have to find out the least of all these values. So that's why you can see here minimum of this column is negative ideal solution for storage space, and lastly we can see for battery minimum of all these values is NIS. So for obtaining SI plus, we have to subtract all the positive ideal solution values from the respective normalized values, and for getting SI minus, that is separation measure, negative separation measure, we have to get, or we have to subtract all the PIS, NIS values, negative ideal solution values, from the corresponding normalized values. Cell phone number 1 separation measure SI plus, how it is obtained you can see. So as we have to take root, so initially I have obtained written formula equal to square root. Square root of what? E23 minus E30. See, E23 is this cell, minus E30 is positive ideal solution for the price. So initially we have to take normalized value of price minus positive ideal solution of price plus normalized value of second attribute, that is weight, minus positive ideal solution of weight and square of that, plus 0.07 minus, again this is positive ideal solution, 0.07. Of course there is some difference because here we have taken only up to 2 digits, but there is some difference, otherwise it would be 0. Then here 0.05 minus 0.07 square. So like this, if you carefully see the formula, though it looks lengthy, but we have to go on repeating the same thing. 0.11 minus 0.10, 0.05 minus 0.03 square, 0.07 minus 0.07 square, 0.05 minus 0.07 square, and you have to add them and then take a square root of that. Now if you try to see how for second cell phone is obtained, I hope you can be easily able to tell. We have to now go along second row but keep the same column. That means 0.1 minus 0.1 square plus 0.04 minus 0.03 square plus 0.07 minus 0.07 square. So we have to go row wise and then here column wise, because here positive ideal solution is common here. So we see here even this row is highlighted. So along this row and along this column, and again at the end we have to take a square root of that. So this way we obtain all the separation measures here. Later on we have to simply copy the formula and you can get all the separation measures, that is SI plus values for all the alternatives. Now we can see how to obtain SI minus values. So SI minus values, you see this is the first SI minus value. So here now again we have to go row wise. That means first row, first alternative, all the normalized attribute values minus these negative ideal solution values. Instead of PIS, in the positive SI plus values we had subtracted these values, but for getting the SI minus we have to now subtract negative ideal solution or NIS values like this, and then again take a square root of that. Closeness of a particular alternative to the ideal solution, that means how close a particular alternative is to the ideal or best solution, which is given by SI minus upon SI plus plus SI minus, that is called as closeness to the ideal solution, and PI minus is closeness to the worst solution, which is given by SI plus upon SI plus plus SI minus. First PI plus value for first alternative is SI minus, that is 0.07 divided by 0.03 plus 0.07, right? So this divided by addition of this will give you PI plus for first alternative. We see for third alternative 0.04 divided by 0.06 plus 0.04, right? You can see the formula here. So it is simply a ratio of this value divided by addition of the two values. For PI minus there is slight change in the formula. We see for PI minus here it is SI plus. So here we have to go, first of all at the numerator we have to take SI plus value, and at the denominator we have to take addition of these two. Okay, here we see say third value, this value divided by 0.06 upon 0.04. So this way we get all the composite performance scores using this formula. And the last step is now to arrange the PI plus values in descending order to rank the alternatives. So we can see here ranking is done now by applying again formula of the rank. So how it is obtained, you can see rank of E47. Now we have to rank these values, PI plus values, in descending order. So I have applied formula rank of E47 means this cell, and this is the range of the values E47 to E52. So we see this is E47 to E50. So we have to rank this value among all these values. And how to rank? We have to rank in the descending order. So for descending order, the last 0 is for descending order. This is the syntax for this particular formula of rank. So once we rank this, and here I have again locked these cells, cell E47 to E52, these are locked because we want to rank all these alternatives over the same range. That's why they are, we can see here, locked. So once we apply this formula to the first cell, then I can simply copy all and get the required rank. So we can see here the best cell phone obtained using Topsys is now cell phone number 4, and intentionally I have written here ranking by SAW and WPM. In SAW and WPM, the first cell phone ranked was cell phone number 2, but in this case the best ranked phone is cell phone number 4. In cell phone number 2 and 4, what is the difference? You can see, so we can easily make out the difference here. Cell phone number 2 and 4. In cell phone number 2, price is 12,500, and in cell phone number 4 it is 13,000. Now you can see in Topsys this costlier phone is ranked number 1, but if you go ahead with the remaining attribute values, in case of weight there is reduction. I mean to say cell phone 4 is definitely better as compared to cell phone number 2 in terms of weight, while in terms of storage space, RAM and camera, they are absolutely identical. That means storage space, RAM, camera are absolutely identical, while in case of battery also we can see there is negligible difference. In case of cell phone number 2, battery, though battery is 100 mAh higher than that of the cell phone number 4, but we see the major difference lies here in the weight. So just by compromising with rupees 500, we can get a lighter phone as compared to cell phone number 2. Maybe that is the reason that this Topsys has ranked cell phone number as the best one, while cell phone number 4 as the next best. Okay, and remaining ranking, you can see remaining ranking is same in both the methods, SAW, WPM and TOPSIS. All other ranks remain same.